There are ways to cope, though, with your holiday blues. Dr. Erik Fisher is here with some tips on how to overcome your stress. Good morning.
Good morning.
And you are here from Atlanta. You're here on the conference, right?
Exactly.
Let's first talk about just stress itself. And it's something that I always felt and learned was that stress kind of comes from within. You create oftentimes your own stress, but people handle it differently. Just talk about stress in general here.
Well, exactly. Stress is there's ways we can respond to stress. Some stress would be called eustress, which would mean good stress. It helps motivate people to do things. And sometimes it's just somebody's born with the ability to handle stress better, and some people aren't. Then there's distress, which is stress that kind of feel like weights you down and tires you out and actually affects you physically in many ways.
And during the holiday season, it seems to just compound, doesn't it?
It does, because there's so many expectations out there and so many ways that the holidays are supposed to be that so many people inside don't feel that the holidays are to them and their families.
All right, we kind of have a structured guide here to help us through some of this that you helped us with, and I believe we have. There we go. Just simply, first one, hang in there.
Right.
Talk about that.
Right. Well, a lot of times people, when they're in the middle of distress and they feel that they can't handle things, it feels like it's going to be permanent. And it's never permanent. It's always temporary. When you often want to be able to just see that, you know, tomorrow's going to come. There will be another time that we'll be able to come back to life, and it'll be good again. But don't wish it away. Live in the moment and see what that stress is teaching us.
Yeah, there are heavy times when you just feel like you're not going to get out from under this.
Exactly, exactly.
Well, how does the economy right now play into all this as well?
It's a big stressor because people have seen a lot of changes in their financial standing, and they're starting to feel concerned about what am I going to do tomorrow, what am I going to do next month. And again, it's something day by day to see that if you do something positive every day to work yourself out of this, it'll keep coming that way.
Light at the end of the tunnel. It's there somewhere, right?
Exactly.
Next one, don't overwhelm yourself.
Right. A lot of times people put all these expectations on themselves for the holidays to make their kids happy, to have to go out and buy all these gifts, to have to make sure that they work harder to keep their work, especially now because they're thinking about next year. But make sure that you schedule your time and make sure you don't overcommit to different people or family members or things like that, or even friends that you feel like you should be doing things with.
Which kind of leads into the third point, set expectations, boundaries with those families and friends. Right?
Exactly. And especially this Christmas, you might have to tell your kids that, you know, times are tough in the North Pole too. And Santa Claus might have to scale back a little bit. So don't feel disappointed, you know, and also let them know what you can do, and let your kids know that, hey, this is about us appreciating each other. Yeah,
no one wants to disappoint their kids, but it's kind of a growing up lesson sometimes, isn't it?
It is. It is. And we can't give our kids everything, but we can give them plenty of love.
All right. Remember what the holidays are all about.
Right. This is a time of reflection, to look back on our year and enjoy, as well as to rejoice in what we do have. And always remember, there's always abundance around us when we really look closely at it.
And take a deep breath. Enjoy your kids and your family, right?
Exactly right. And sometimes when times are tough, we want to look into the future and live in the future. But it's important to stay in the present, because that's why the present's a gift.
And sometimes you do. You get past the holidays and go, doggone it, I just let it get me this year, and I never really got to enjoy it.
Yeah, you can't get time back, and you can't get these Christmases back with your kids. So if you're stressed out all Christmas Day or all around Christmas, and you're not enjoying your kids' excitement and really making it something to remember, then you've missed that opportunity you can't get back again.
Is this what you do? Do you deal with families most often?
I do. I work with a lot of families.
And part of the reason this book that you've written as well, Empowering Parenting. What's this about?
Well, the book is really focused on, it's focused on helping parents to look at themselves and look within themselves to see what they can do to change their lives to help their kids' lives be better, as well as helping parents understand the way we look at power, the way we look at attachment, and the way we look at our child's temperament or innate personalities. The
manual you wish your kids came with, because that's right. You don't, you know, everybody starts fresh when they have children, right?
Exactly.
They don't have that experience. So this works at some of those ideas?
It does. It does.
All right, Doctor, thank you very much. Dr. Erik Fisher, we appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you having me.
And as I said off the top, as we were during the commercial break, sorry we couldn't bring you nicer weather here in San Diego.
That's all right. That's quite fine.
But you have plenty in Atlanta as well. So
We do. We do.